If we make a dua, we feel already that this dua is really granted to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Can you hear me at the back there now? No. We heard you say no, that means you heard us. I always look at the youngsters and I say, enjoy your hair while you can. Thank Allah. If you thank Allah for it, perhaps it might not disappear. But if it does, it's a beautiful thing. What's wrong? Half the world is bald, including the cameraman in front of me. MashaAllah. I was wondering what light was shining here, and I realized it's not a light. It's a beautiful hair. May Allah bless you, my brother. There was a brother who wanted to accept Islam. So he said, can I accept Islam? They said, yes. He accepted Islam. They told him, you need to cut. You need to cut what? You need to cut what? Circumcision. They said, you must slaughter. He was scared. He said, no, I can't. They said, no, you have to. We put you. You come. We need to. You must. 7 days. Where did they get this from, that 7 days you need to slice? So the brother says, hey, that's rough. I can't do it. I'm an old man. What's going to happen? He was scared. You know how scared they get? That is his pride. They want to chop it. So he said, no. It's very hard. They said, no, you have to. We will take you by force. He said, no, then I want to leave Islam. They said, if you leave, we will chop your head. Never mind that. So he was, what kind of religion is this? I enter, you want to chop. I exit, you want to chop. What do you want? What is it? That shows people are confused. May Allah Almighty make it easy. This happens as well.
قلت له طيب هل تذكر طوال التاريخ القديم أو اليوم أن عالما من علماء المسلمين تحول نصرانيا؟
Then I asked him that, okay, have you ever heard before or now, in the past or present, that one of the great scholars of Islam has left Islam and gone to another faith?
He said, no. Then I said, why?
قال لا فقلت لماذا؟ كيف ترجم؟
والله thank you very much يا أخي. جزاك الله. تبغى نقلبها ترى ممكن يا شيخ.
I'm going to tell you something amazing. So a guy messages me and tells me, Assalamu alaikum. Sorry to ask you, but I heard that you have passed away. Please confirm if it is true. So trust me, I said, MashaAllah. Yes, I have passed away, and you know what? I am actually messaging you from Jannah, and there is some internet, it's quite high speed, subhanallah. So why don't you pass away too, and then maybe we can just be here together and have some, have a cuppa, subhanallah. So it was amazing. And this is not the first time it's happened to me. It's actually the second time that this has happened, where someone has messaged me saying, I heard you passed away, is it true? I mean, come on! If the guy died, would he reply you? I don't know the logic, man. Subhanallah Rabbil Alameen. Many of us, we want our women to look nice, but you look like a tramp. Allahu Akbar. I remember once the phone rang, and I was at the back. We had arrived a little bit late, and we had joined Salah in the first rak'ah, and we had finished Salah with everyone else, but arrived a little bit late. And I was sitting at the back, and someone's phone had rung in one of the rak'at. And as soon as Salah finished, because this phone was an irritation, everybody turned back to look. And I knew whose phone rang. But the irony is he turned back as well. So what could I do? I had to turn back as well. Because they're looking at me now. But this is how intelligent the young people have become. Imagine your phone is ringing, you're so embarrassed, the whole masjid is looking at you, and you casually just turn around and look at somebody else. So there was a man sitting on a train. Now the train was a double-decker train, a sleeper train. So he's at the top, and 3 ladies walked in. Old ladies. They walked in and they sat. So he's at the top, and they're down there. And he's hearing the discussion, sitting, they're asking each other questions. And suddenly one says, how old are you? Now she looked 65. She says, I'm 30. And this man was so irritated, so irritated, so irritated. So now the other two knew that this was sarcasm. You know, she was being silly. They were also very old, probably a little bit younger than her. So she says, and how old are you? Now, instead of saying I'm 55, she says, well, I'm 25. So she says, oh, and this man is now even more irritated. And so they asked the youngest one, and what about you? She says, I'm 15. That was it. The man drops down. When he dropped down, they said, hey, what's happening? He says, I'm just born. Allahu Akbar. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us goodness. You've got all these follows. The only thing that's going to happen to you is on the day of judgment, right? Come here. Who did you follow on TikTok? Here's all the names. Who were these? You can't say Sheikh Beyonce, Sheikh. These are not sheikhs. MashaAllah. I went to one country and someone invited me to a wedding. In the venue there is a man sitting outside with a book. And he tells you, Sheikh, he asked me a question. Can I write your name? I said, no, thank you. And he just looked at me, he gave me such a dirty look. I didn't know what is the issue, because I was unaware of the culture. And I went in. And I went in and I had the meal and everything. When I came out, the same man asked me, Sheikh, did you enjoy the meal? I said, mashallah, it was very nice. He said, so would you like to write your name? I said, no, thank you. He said, everyone is writing. I said, what are they writing? He says, you have to write your name. So I said, okay, so write it. He said, so how much are you giving? Wallahi, I'm not joking. I was shocked. He said, you think we invited you for free? What? First time coming across this culture, you know? Oh, he said, you know what? You are from abroad. You are from outside. We're expecting something better from you. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. And you know what? It so happened that that moment I did not have cash in my hand. And I was so embarrassed. I told him, you know what? I can write, but I will have to send it to you. He said, don't make excuses, Sheikh. People respect you. I said, no.